Hi, it's product review time again, and yes, I got sucked in. I went out and bought one of these Google Nexus 7 tablets. What was I thinking? $318 at my local JB Hi-Fi. Everyone was talking about it, couldn't resist. It's brand new here in Australia, so much so that it wasn't even on the shelves yet. They had to go out the back, get it directly off the pallet. I assured them that they had it, and they went, "Oh, no we don't, no we don't." But yeah, they checked out the back. There it was on the pallet. And well, I've reviewed the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet before, and click here if you want to see that review, and it was meh. I didn't really like it. Wasn't that useful, so I pissed it off, sold it, and but I got sucked into getting this because everyone says this is the duck's guts in 7-inch Android tablets. So I thought we'd see what it has to offer. Let's go. Beauty. Now, although I paid 318 Australian bucks for this, that was retail over the counter in a store here in Sydney. But you can get it for as little as $199 US direct from Google for the 8 gig version. This is the 16 gig version, and that is an absolute steal for a tablet. And if you believe the rumors, Google aren't really making a cent from it. It's not a loss leader, but they're not actually making any money from it. And they didn't really intend to, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. They're probably making a little bit. Don't believe the rumors, I suspect. We'll take a look at it in more detail, of course, but basic spec rundown. 7-inch IPS display with Corning glass, 1280 by 800 pixel resolution, which is 216 pixels per inch. Not as good as the new iPad, but not as bad as the Kindle Fire. 1280 by 800 resolution means that you can do basic 1280 by 720 HD, which is excellent. It runs the Android 4.1 Jelly Bean operating system. It's got a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. It's got near-field communications, i.e. Android Beam, which allows you to do, tap payments and stuff like that. Bang, you pay for your widget or your groceries or whatever, and you can beam to other devices as well. And 1 gig of RAM and 16 gig of storage space maximum. This is the 16 gig version. The cheaper one is the 8 gig version, non-expandable. Grrr! And supposedly, if you believe it, better than a 10-hour battery life. Probably not going to be able to thoroughly test that in this review because I want to get it up today, but anyway, supposedly pretty good battery life because the thing will do a teardown. The thing, it's mostly battery inside, I believe, as you get with these devices these days. But unfortunately, just like the Kindle Fire, this, I believe, contains stuff not available in Australia. Bloody US-centric crap. Hate it. Why can't you just make it worldwide? Unbelievable. Anyway, only one way to find out. And here we go. It comes in a wanky little color like 7. Get it? With a splash of color. Whatever. Let's have a look at the tag here. It's the model Nexus 7 Asus, of course. Asus are the ones who actually manufacture this in their Chinese plant. Obviously, it's the 16 gig. Where is it? 16 gig version, 1 gig of RAM. Blah, blah, blah. 1.2 meg camera, 1 cell, 4325. That'd be milliamp hours, I'm assuming. It's got Bluetooth 2.1. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. 802, BNG, AS, whatever. Anyway, box, let's go. Hang on. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Nah, that's just poor packaging, I'm afraid. Not that it matters a rat's ass, but oh geez, now I've got to get the knife out. Oh, it's all too much. It's all too much. Don't like it. Anyway, here we go. Wank, wank, wank. And we're in. It's a pit of blackness. It's a complete pit of black. Check it out. And more black. Geez, they're really going for the morbid look, aren't they? We've got an accessory pouch. Warranty, yeah, whatever. User guide, your quick start guide. Quick start guide, look at the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. We've got a micro USB connector, brilliant. It should charge from the micro USB. Once again, looks like we get a charger in here. We've got the Aussie adapter, of course. Very common for these power adapters now, of course, to come with, like, to be a universal adapter like this, ta-da, with the Aussie plug on it. So that's, there we go. It's a little bit round. It looks like it doesn't take up more room than normal. Some of them come with big ears on and you can't plug them next to the ones next to them, and that's a real pain, but that's an Asus adapter. Looks nice. And that's a 5 volt 2 amp adapter. Pretty beefy. I wonder what the charge time is. So that's our accessory pouch, and here is the tablet itself, all wrapped up in plasticness. Generate the static as we undo this, and ta-da! Let's have a look. Got my grubby little paw prints over it. It's just complete black. Feels, you know, reasonably heavy and chunky. I like the feel of this. It's almost leathery goodness on the back. That's actually quite nice. It is very reflective. You can see me. Hi. There you go. So that's not great, but looks like we've got another bit of plastic down here. Oh, that's all a CE sticker and stuff like that. Who cares? And it weighs 335 grams, which is very significantly less than the Kindle Fire, I believe, which was over 400 grams. But it still feels rather heavy. But I guess just because I'm not used to using the tablets, I'm used to using my Kindle, not the Kindle Fire, but the Kindle ebook reader, of course, with the e-ink display. And they're much, much lighter than these things. But anyway, it's not bad, I guess, for a 7-inch tablet. And as for the back here, we have Nexus molded in, Asus molded in as well, and it's got that lovely leathery feel on it. Trust me, that is quite nice, and it's quite non-slip as well. Granted, this is a rubber anti-static matte surface, but you can gesture and do all sorts of things, and it doesn't really move much. I have to try other surfaces, but I really like it. We've got, looks like a volume up down button here. It looks like a power button, one speaker over here, and we've got a standard 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and micro USB. Beautiful, because everything's standardized on micro USB these days. And of course on the front we've got our front facing camera, 1.2 megapixels, and a sensor by the looks of it, ambient light or some other sensor. As for sensors inside, it's fully equipped. It's got GPS, accelerometer, magnetometer, and a gyroscope. Woohoo! And if we take a look at the speaker here, and also the leathery kind of feeling back on it, rubberized backing, that's just a close up there. It's really quite nice. But the problem with having just one speaker along there, of course, is that if you're holding it in your hand like this, watching a movie, your hand's covering the speaker. I've yet to try that in practice, but yeah, probably they wanted it along one of the other sides, or at least have a dual one maybe at the top like that, or something like that, but one along the side probably doesn't cut the mustard. And of course you'll note that's all the interface there is, that micro USB. It doesn't have any ability to connect to an external monitor, so there's no HDMI or anything like that. So you can't hook it directly to your TV. What a bummer. Now curiously, on the edge here we have 4 gold contacts recessed, and they seem to be some sort of interface perhaps. I tried measuring the voltage on there when it's powers on and off, but I'm not reading anything on there, but there does seem to be some sort of connection internally. So probably, I don't know, maybe designed for some sort of cover or other sort of interface. And there's another little hole down there. Not sure what that's doing. Guess I have to read the manual. Or it's a reset, or it's a hard reset thing where you can stick a pin in. And of course I haven't even turned it on yet, but you can see all the fingerprints over there. So it remains to be seen if they, you know, interfere with the IPS display. Only one way to find out. Switch it on. And here we go. Let's press the power button over here. Maybe got to hold it down and Google. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks beautiful. And here's the IPS display, and it really does look lovely. And welcome, we're in. And to stop reflections off the display from the lights in the lab here, I've had to put a big hood over the thing. But let's, the thing you notice is the large black, thick black bezel. What is that, an inch or something like that at least? It's really huge on the top and bottom here. Not so much on the sides, but really that does sort of detract from the overall experience of it. But here we go, English, United States. What other options? We don't have Australian English, so we're going to have to choose the Yankee stuff and hit the big play button. We're in. Bang. There we go. And we've got all our Wi-Fi connections. So I've chosen the EEVblog lab here and the keyboard. Let's give it a go, shall we? Well, the keyboard seems to work fine so far. Let's connect. Let's see how quickly it can connect. Obtaining IP address. Tablet is connecting. Boom. Do you have a Google account? You bet I do. And the good thing about having a Google tablet is apparently it's, you know, if you're a Google person like I am, I use Google Docs, I use Google, I use Gmail, I use, you know, Hangouts, all sorts of stuff. So everything is integrated into the Google tablet. Let's give it a go. Yeah, terms of service. Probably have to sign your life away. Let's go. Keep me up to date with news and offers from Google Play. No spam. Thank you very much. Let's go. Signing in. This can take a few minutes. Way, back up and restore. Use your Google account to back up your app settings such as bookmarks and Wi-Fi passwords and other data. If you previously backed up your account, you can restore it to this tablet now. You can change the backup settings anytime. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I haven't registered a tablet on Google before. Use Google Location. Location services use data from sources such as Wi-Fi networks to help apps determine your approximate location where GPS isn't available. Sounds alright. It serves to collect anonymous location data. Yeah, how anonymous is it? I don't know. Anyway, I'll give it a go. Can always switch it off, I guess. It was just a sec. That's good. I hate it when it just says just a sec and then it takes like a minute. Set up concrete. Woohoo! Start shopping. You now have $25 to spend in the Google Play Store. Brilliant. I can use and buy some apps. Fantastic. Be sure to check out free HD movie and books that have been added to your Google Play library. Oh, a free HD movie. Set up and ready to use. Bang. We're in. These are all yours. Touch to view purchases you've used recently. Transformers. Can we watch Transformers, can we? Okay. I guess. Dark of the Moon. Can we watch it? I don't know. Let's play. Ta-da! Let's see how good the Wi-Fi is. It's got a stream. It'll be streaming, of course. It won't be... Ta-da! Here it is. Oh, beautiful. And of course that's 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. It's not the full 16:9, so that's why it's not the full screen there.
Overmatched and outnumbered, our defeat was all but certain.
What is this? Well, there you go. That's a fairly impressive example. I don't mind that at all. The video quality looks excellent and the audio sounds okay sitting on the, just, you know, sitting there. But let's actually play that. Hold it with our hand. It muffles it a bit, but not a huge deal by putting your hand over the side of it like that. So that's not bad. So let's... The angle on it, it's not the best. It's very dark video, but it seems to work a treat. I like it, getting some reflection on there, but it does play videos very well. And really, I don't notice any lag in this at all. It just seems to be very quick. But let's go home, and bang, we're back to home here. All right, let's type EEVblog and see what we get. .com. Oh, I could have picked it from the list there. It came up reasonably quickly, and it has rendered my site very well. It's rendered all the ads. This is just a standard WordPress site, of course, but it seems to have rendered that quite nice. I like it. And can we even play the embedded YouTube video? Let's go. There we go. MakerBot Teardown. It plays embedded YouTube videos. No problems at all. Let's see if we can jump that to full screen there. Let's pinch and zoom. Seems to work quite well. Pan across. Not bad. Let's go to full screen on that. There you go. And it's not going to sense the orientation once again. And if we hit the home button, this is our home screen here. And if we drag the taskbar down like this, there we go. We've got our time and date and stuff and 42 new messages in my inbox. So let's jump straight into email here. I guess I just hit it and we're straight into the email app. Brilliant. Looks and works just like regular Gmail, as you'd expect. And it's probably hard to see it, but the 216 pixels per inch is more than enough. You really can't see the pixelization in this. It really is quite a lovely display. I really like it. There's Sagan. Oh, isn't he cute? And if we go into our multi-purpose G+ menu down here, we get a whole bunch of googly goodness. Of course, you've got Google+, you've got Google Maps, Gmail, YouTube, People, Google Talk, all the good stuff. So let's go to my YouTube channel and let's have a look at it. And is it? Oh, Discover. Okay, we haven't. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care. Sign in. Oh, why do I have to sign in? Why? Why can't? Oh, there we go. We're in. It knows I'm EEVblog. Beautiful. And by default, it shows your history, your uploads, your playlists, your favorites, and your watch later. I like it. So let's go into my uploads. And yeah, beautiful. It's very quick. It's very quick when it's accessing Google stuff, let me tell you. If we go bang and then we play on a video, my latest video, and are we straight in? It's not instant, of course, loading a YouTube video, playing directly, but there we go. That's not bad at all. Well, it hasn't started yet. There we go, it has, bang. Although as a content producer, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get into like my comments and my stats and stuff like that. I've got my channels and my channel feeds and things like that, but apart from that, that's it. That's the YouTube thing. I'm a content producer. Let me access my stuff. I've gone into the Google Play Store and I'm going to install the Amazon Kindle app. So oops, I accidentally pressed something there. Let's try and see what the Kindle functionality of this thing is like. And if you drag down the taskbar at the top, you can see the progress in that, and it already says a system update is available. So let's go in and view Android 4.1 system upgrade. Woohoo! Jelly Bean. What? It doesn't come switched out of the box to Jelly Bean? That's crazy. So restart and install. Okay. I'm going to install a new OS. Geez, it's like a brand new, shipped to Australia, straight out of the box, straight off the pallet at the local retailer, and it's got to install a new update. Oh, we have a lovely little animated Android character here. I like it. It's installing the update. There's a progress bar down here, and it'll get there eventually. You can see the fingerprints on there, but that's par for the course, I think. Android is upgrading, optimizing apps. 8 of 17. Woohoo! And we're back in, and it picked up that Kindle installation exactly where we left off, and the Kindle is now installed, so that's brilliant. And discover Google now. Woohoo! 55 minutes to work. Yeah, well, I don't live in Menlo Park in Palo Alto, California. I'm sorry. I live in Australia. Yeah, this is the Google Now functionality if you're leaving for vacation, whatever. New message, it just jumped up and displayed that I had a new email up there. And get Google Now. Well, yeah, I'll try it, but I don't think this actually works in Australia. Well, it certainly knows I'm at Borkham Hills, 55 degrees, but it doesn't know I'm Australian, because if it was 55 degrees here outside, we'd be cooking. So that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Ridiculous. How do I change that? Grr. There we go, 14 degrees Celsius. I just clicked on it. I fixed it. And they call them cards, these things. So cards show up when you need them. Yeah, right. Show more oh, hang on. No, let's go back. Recommended car sales. No, what is it? Recommended apps. No, I don't want recommended apps. Anyway, if we go here and click that button, it shows all the apps which are installed. That come pre-installed. I've installed the Amazon Kindle manually. We've got a calculator, calendar, Chrome, clock, Currents. I don't know what Currents is. Google Earth, Gallery, Gmail, local stuff, Google Plus, Messenger, Maps. It's all happening. Let's try Maps. Well, Google Maps loaded very quickly with my initial location, but when I have scrolled over here like this to Sydney, it's just hung there. It's not really refreshing that data. No, it finally decided to work. Just a quick little quirk there. I don't know. Anyway, we're Hyde Park. We're Sydney there. There's the Sydney Opera House. Maybe we can get up. We'll just try the satellite view here, and bang, there's Sydney. That's working reasonably well. I like it. That's pretty good. There's the Opera House there, the Harbour Bridge, Mrs. Macquarie's Point over here. So that's working really good, and it really is quite quick. I like it. Let's zoom into Hyde Park there. Yeah, a little bit of a delay, but gee, no, can't really complain too much about that. It's loading the data from the Wi-Fi, and that's pretty good. Right, we're inside the Kindle app, and of course it doesn't download your books by default. So this is one of the books I've got in my library, Stephen Hawking's Grand Design, and it's just downloading it now. Not terribly quick at all, but how do you call up the menu? There we go. Menu, jump, go to, cover, bang, we're in. And of course we just swipe it. It's very quick, very responsive. I really don't like how they've highlighted these passages by default. Of course, that's a Kindle feature, of course, but on the Amazon Kindle ebook reader, it just does a subtle underline on there, and this has got like a purple text background with yellow font highlighted. Yuck. But the text itself is beautiful. No problems at all. You really can't see the pixelization in that. And of course you just pinch and zoom and it automatically resizes the font size and the page, as you'd expect. And of course, as with normal Android stuff, you've got several screens available to put all your icons and your apps and stuff like that. All right, I'm inside Google Plus. I don't really use Google Plus, but I do want to try the Hangout feature. And I jumped straight into that, and bang, it instantly came up, and there, waiting for people to join. I've started a Google Hangout, and it was very quick. I selected everyone in my circles, and of course I don't have anyone yet, but there's my I can't click on mine yet because it's not running, but we need someone. Please join, please. And as for the camera, it seems very responsive. We've got reasonable light here in the lab, and you know, you don't have to hold it very far away. I'm probably a foot away from my face at the moment. Probably a foot away, and it's not bad. It's getting me in frame. I like it. The update rate seems perfect. Here we go. I'm recording, and Rog has joined me. I just tweeted, and hey, Rog.
How you doing?
Good, mate. Good. And you've got a Nexus 7 as well.
Yep. Yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon.
Right. How do you find it?
Yeah, it's really good. I had an iPad for a few minutes and it wasn't my thing, and I bought a cheap Kogan tablet at one point, and I sent that back because it was no good. But I'm liking the form factor and the kind of polish that they've put into the Nexus. So yeah, so far so good.
Excellent. Why was the iPad crap? Why did you ditch the iPad?
Oh, it wasn't crap. I just didn't really need one at the time, and I won it. So
right.
I didn't buy it and then not have it anymore. It sort of just fell into my lap. So
got it. Excellent. Where did you pick up your Nexus 7 tablet from? Because I had a hard time getting one.
I ordered it on Google Play. So when the Google I/O event was announced it, I just sort of went, yeah, we're looking at getting a tablet for testing our mobile sites. So
right.
Bit of a spontaneous, impulse purchase.
So did that come from the US?
I think it was shipped from Singapore, looking at the shipping. So Google Play in Australia will actually sell you a tablet.
Right. Oh, okay. Got it. I just got mine at JB Hi-Fi. I'm going to try and... Can I hit this and get me up on the... Oh, hang on. If I hit me, do I turn up on the... No, I don't. How do I get me to... Oh, Chris Gammel's just joined. Hang on. How do I get to choose me as the Google Hangout main screen? I guess I can't. This doesn't work like the PC version. I just called up Chris's profile. He's joined me. He's my radio co-host on the Amp Hour radio show. And, oh, he's in. There he is. Hey, oh, no. No, technology's not working that great. Hey, Chris. Hello.
Okay. Your connection sounds terrible.
Right. All right, well, I don't know what's going on there. And it's flicking back and forth. So, one thing I've noticed about the Nexus 7, though, is it doesn't seem to rotate.
There's if you go to the status bar at the top,
yep.
Swipe down, there's an auto rotate. It's the first icon next to the time.
Oh, right, got it. Oh, there you go. There you go. I spent half my review complaining that the bloody thing doesn't rotate. Thanks, Rog. Obvious once you know.
Is this a review? Is this a review right now, Dave?
Yeah, this is a review.
Really?
Yep. So I'm reviewing this thing and then I'm... Yeah, I saw that. I just retweeted. Little plug there. Great. And yeah, I'm going to do a teardown after this. So it's coming apart. Anyway, I better get back to the review, guys. Thanks for joining me. Rog, do you want to give a plug for your new startup?
Of course, EEVblog.com, ARRIBAA.com. EEVblog.com. Check it out. Local experiences is where it's at.
Awesome. Good luck with it.
Piece of paper and hold it up. Yeah. The way the sound's working.
All right. Thanks, guys. Catch you later. And there you go. That was a live Google Hangout. I just tweeted it. Oh, duh. Finally figured out how to rotate the screen. That auto thing up there, there's the auto rotate. There you go. It's obvious. So bang, bang, and it rotates very quickly. I like it. So really, that Google Hangout feature worked a treat. I jumped straight in there and it just worked. It was beautiful. And as far as turning on, it's very quick. You switch it on there, you slide it, bang, you're straight in. Let's check out the calculator here. I've got the icon, and by default, it's scientific. Beautiful, not just a classic four-banger, four-function calculator. It's not the world's best looking scientific calculator, but at least you can do it. So you can put 10 to the power of -6. Beautiful. And let's try a better calculator. This is one I use on my phone. I use RealCalc, scientific calculator. I'm in Google Play Store. Let's install it. Accept and download, bang, see how long it takes and see how well it works on a tablet. There we go, that was really quick and easy. And bang, we're in, close, and look at that. Now we're talking. Beautiful, that works awesome on a 7-inch tablet. And just the look of the display there, it's absolutely gorgeous, it really is. Thing of beauty. One of the great things about the GUI is that you've got the multiple screens here, of course, and you can have as many app icons and other stuff as you like, but you've got your main ones down here. By default, it's got these, but if you don't want that, for example, you can get it there, or you can drag it up and remove it right at the top. And then if we want, well, we always want Gmail there, we can just drag Gmail down into there, and it's always there regardless of what screen you're on. So you hit home, bang, and you're straight there into whatever main applications you like. I like it. And of course, with only a front-facing camera, it doesn't have one on the back, it's no good for taking photos, for example. So we can go into the gallery here and we can probably take a photo, but you're going to be looking at it. Otherwise, you've got to flip the thing over and try and punch the button. Forget it. One thing I don't notice on the list of installed apps here is Google Docs. So I'm going to try and figure out how to get that up. And we've got something here called Currents. So let's go into Currents, and well, we've got various other things. You can add more, but ABC News, I'm interested in that. And bang, we're straight in. And that's the ABC News top stories. I rather like that. And to get Google Docs, I had to install the new Google Drive, but it certainly shows up all my documents, and we can create new spreadsheets and Google Docs, so it works well. Let's try the desktop version. Boom, yep, test. There's our spreadsheet. So it's just like it's turned around, your Google Docs, no problems at all. Actually, that's not panning. Oh, it's panning the cells. There we go. It's not panning the whole screen. Oh, trap for young players there. What happens when we plug our micro USB cable into it, because it charges. I've got it hooked up to my PC. So bang, went blank for a few seconds. It's installing the device driver software on the PC, and it's recognized it as a Google Nexus 7. Please excuse the lack of screen capture here, but there it is. It just as a separate drive. See, and then Nexus 7, internal storage, bang, we're in. And we've got standard folders here. There's the Android folder, and we've got the DSIM format folder for the images, of course, and podcasts, pictures, movies, music, downloads. Beautiful. So I'm going to drag and drop some stuff in here and see if we can view it. And that was real easy to upload stuff. So I've uploaded a movie and a couple of PDFs. So let's try and play back the movies here. Bang, we're in. Personal videos. There we go. There it is. Jim Williams Pulsar follow-up. It's going to auto-rotate. There it is. Let's try and play it. This is a full H. Oh, that started real quick. This is a H264 MPEG 4. Full HD, 1920 by 1280, and that works brilliantly. 16:9 aspect ratio, of course. That's great. I like it, and the viewing angle of the screen is really quite excellent. I have no problems with that at all. Guys, and as you'd expect, the Twitter app works an absolute treat. No problems at all. And as for viewing PDFs, I've downloaded and installed the Adobe Acrobat reader, and going into here, we can do it actually, curiously, it says SD card 0, whereas these things don't use SD cards. Go figure. So maybe, I don't know, hack it internally perhaps. Anyway, I created with the PC a PDF subdirectory down here. It allows me to browse them, and there it is. There's the PDFs. It didn't automatically find them, by the way. It didn't like search all my folders and find them, so that's why I had to go into the folder mode here. But let's go in and view a data sheet. Oh, that's really, really nice. Here's a linear tech data sheet. That's really quick. Renders. Oh, no. I was just saying it renders real quick. And we've got a fail there on the render engine. Look, the text is just crap. Oh, what? That's bloody Adobe for you. Okay, it only partially renders. That's crap. I'm sure, I don't know if it's just the Google, the combination of this version of Android with the Adobe Reader app, but I think we need a better PDF app than this. Let's try another one. Downloaded one called Quokka. And bingo, let's have a look. And looks excellent. Pinch and zoom, beautiful. There you go. So clearly it's just a matter of getting the correct Acrobat Reader software, or a PDF reader software. I'll tell you what, the 7-inch format tablet is really usable for PDFs. I really like it. You don't need, it's nicer to have like a 10-inch tablet or something like that, but the 7-inch one works an absolute treat, especially with the 216 pixel per inch display. Now, one thing I care about is how well my EEVblog community forum works on here, and really on the 7-inch display in the portrait mode I can just read that text. It is, well, it's actually quite readable actually. I think my forum's a bit slow at the moment. I've had server issues, so if there's any speed problems, I don't think it's actually the tablet doing that. And let's rotate it around, and it's resized that, and that is a really nice size for viewing a typical BBS style forum. Font's a bit small, of course. You've got to have, go into general chat here. I haven't logged in at all. And in landscape mode, it's rendered my ad up the top perfectly. They're my forum sponsors, and that's really quite nice. It seems to work a treat. And there's the forum post, very readable in this landscape format. I really like it. And by the way, the keyboard works very nicely indeed in the landscape format or in the portrait format. It's well spaced. I got no problems at all. I don't have necessarily big hands and big fat fingers, but it does work quite well. There's some audible feedback as you type, and I got no problems with it. And I've decided to come outside. I'd love to show you what the screen looks like outdoors on a bright sunny day, but unfortunately it's cold, overcast, miserable, drizzling down here in Sydney today in the middle of winter. Unfortunately, not the best winter's day, but light-wise we've got, that's not 480, you've got to multiply that by 10, so that's about 4,800 lux. So not exactly the brightest of bright days, but let's check it out. And here we go. You're going to have to excuse the reflections, but those reflections are real. That's what I'm seeing as well. And there you go. It's actually extremely readable. I like it. The reflections, of course, are terrible. You've got to not get the reflections in there. That's a reflection of the cloudy, grey, miserable sky here. But that's very, very readable. But as you'd expect, it's certainly not full sun. But I've really got essentially no problem with this at all outdoors. It seems to be working a treat. So here's the video. There you go. Beautiful. Last time we tried to measure the performance. And size-wise, of course, I think it's quite a nice form factor. I mean, that's it compared to the size of my hand, and I don't have big hands at all, so it really is, it's much more usable than the big 10-inch tablets. Much easier to slip into your bag or your purse or whatever. Not quite pocketable though. Of course, that's not going to stop me giving it a go. Here we go. Oh, no, these aren't the world's biggest jeans. I'm not young and hip enough. I need those big baggy things where you show your underwear or whatever like that, or they're hanging around your ankles. That's the young hip thing, isn't it, for the kids? So I could play around with this thing until the cows come home and all the fancy features and the Google Now or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm not going to bother. I'll leave that up to other reviews, and for if you just want to play around with it, go right ahead. But anyway, I think this is pretty awesome. It doesn't, it hasn't really pissed me off in any way at all. Unlike the Kindle Fire, I just immediately after the review I went, what am I going to use this for? And I just whacked it on eBay, sold the damn thing. But I'm not going to do that to this because I think it works a treat. And if you're a heavy Google user like I am, you use Google Mail, you use Google Docs, you use Google Hangouts and your YouTube, and all your accounts are affiliated, this is the duck's guts. Works really well. I like the 7-inch format, I think it's a good compromise on size and shape. The build quality of this thing seems excellent in terms of the quality of the materials used, and the display is brilliant. Shame I didn't get to try it on a completely sunny day, but I don't use it outside much. Don't expect to use it outside much anyway. It'll basically be used around the lab, be used around the home, always got Wi-Fi connection, and that leads to the one big drawback of this is the lack of any 3G capability at all. Wireless, as in, 3G SIM capability. You can't do it. One of the other big oversights is the lack of SD card memory upgradability. That's, it's inexcusable, but maybe they had their reasons. Maybe they're trying to upsell you to, their new cloud services or whatever they want to do. So it's probably a deliberate decision, because it wouldn't have cost any more to put that SD socket in there and have a little slit on the side. So obviously they've clearly done it for a reason. A little bit annoying. Definitely get the 16 gig version, of course. But, I mean, for the price, I'm not going to complain, really. But they're trying to push the price down. It's $199 US. I paid, over 300 Australian, but that's over the counter. And, well, it's excellent. The screen is great. Just switched off. It's all black. It's, I think they could have jazzed it up maybe a little bit more. But the quality and the feel of it and the instant responsiveness is brilliant. It just works. So, pretty darn happy with it overall. And it charges from the micro USB cable, which I like. I've standardized on that for pretty much everything. Brilliant. And it does pretty much everything I want. Gmail, Google Docs, Google Hangouts, YouTube, browsing, does my forum, reads PDFs, it plays videos if I want to play video. I don't know, if I go on a flight or something, you might want to load it up with some videos. And 10 hours life, it's not going to quite get me from Sydney to LA for like a 14-hour flight watching a video, but if it does meet its rated claim, 10 hours, that's pretty darn good. I think it's a little bit heavy, but that comes with the big battery life on this thing. But I don't know, it's quick, it's responsive, it just works. I give it a big thumbs up. I think they've got a real winner here. You might find a few annoying aspects to it on the software side. If you're not into Google, if you don't have Gmail and Google accounts and everything, it's probably just like any other tablet. But the integration with Google is, of course, it's pretty good. It's not 100%. It's not as good, it's not as perfect as I expected it would be, but it certainly does work, especially on the YouTube side of stuff. But I like it. They've got a real winner. You probably won't be able to buy one, because the bastards will be out of stock, I think. So it'll just fly off the shelves. Anyway, hope you liked it. Catch you next time.